Northwest Federal Credit Union is the third largest credit union in Virginia. Since 1947, Northwest Federal Credit Union's goal has been to make a positive difference in the lives of their members and the community. And here today to talk about National Small Business Week is J.P. Godoy, the Business Relationship Manager for the Northwest Federal Credit Union. Good morning and welcome.
Good morning. Thanks for having me.
So let's talk a little bit about National Small Business Week. I was telling you a moment ago, I have a family who's still in a small business. I grew up in a small business. What is this all about?
Well, basically, since 1963, the president has actually issued a chance for small businesses to be recognized. So throughout the nation, it's a week that we celebrate small businesses, what they have to offer, and how they help the economy. Over half of the business owners and actually employees of workforce in the country are either business owners, small business owners, or work for a small business. So it's a chance for us to sit back and reflect on the small business and really, talk about and celebrate their business and their success.
And they're employing our neighbors and friends.
They are, absolutely, yes. Everybody, you can probably, throw a stone, you probably, reach out to someone that actually owns a small business. So.
Right. Why do you see credit unions as the best choice for small businesses?
Well, I mean, credit unions, first and foremost, small businesses are people. So they are people with different backgrounds, different walks of life, different experiences. They come to the workforce, bringing that expertise, and they are people. So we have to recognize that first. And credit unions have existed over 100 years, and we exist with the notion that we are people helping people. So when we realize that they are actual people, and we get to that nucleus, we're better able to understand, we're better poised to understand who they are, where they're coming from, and to talk to them about their passions, and that's how we're better able to help them.
What advice would you have? We're looking at pictures of Northwest Federal Credit Union right now. What advice would you give someone who's thinking about starting a small business?
Well, passion is everything, or a passion really starts with really finding that passion, but also finding the niche and finding whether or not that market will support that niche. Do your research. You want to be able to create a business plan. I recommend to all business owners actually that are starting out to get a lawyer. Find a lawyer that specializes in helping small businesses. They will help everything with soup to nuts. They'll get you situated with all your paperwork and make sure they do all that, take that legwork off for you, so that there aren't any legal ramifications in the future that might actually be a problem. So they basically help you with everything. You've got your business plan. You want to get a CPA, a tax advisor that can actually talk to you and help you and take that burden off of you, the taxes off of you. So that's very important. I also feel that it's necessary to find a credit union that you're very comfortable with and shop around.
Okay, so what types of small businesses are you guys seeing right now take interest in starting up?
Sure. Well, considering that we're in the Metro DC area, we've got the federal government, which employ many people that actually spend 20, 30 years of their career working for the government, retire, and are looking for and they're retiring young, so they're coming out to the workforce and they're bringing their expertise to the market. And they could be anywhere from a sole prop to an LLC employing 5, 10, 15, 20 people in defense contracting, IT. But we also have a lot of brick and mortar locations, so we have a lot of your regular businesses. People have to eat, people have to take care of themselves, wellness, health, that kind of thing, gyms. So there are those businesses, and of course professional businesses, the doctors, lawyers, dentists, vets. And we're poised to be able to help them with all of that from soup to nuts because we have all the tools needed.
All right, now let's talk to people that have been watching this segment and thinking, oh, maybe I want to get started and I want to do this. I've been thinking about it for a long time. What are some good tips for those that are in the process of looking to start a small business?
Well, the first thing that you want to do is feel comfortable with what you're looking to do. If you're starting a small business, you want to make sure that for example, find a lender. So you want to know how much you're going to spend, how much money you're looking to borrow. And it's very important. I have a lot of business owners that come to me and they're not really quite sure how much they're looking to borrow. So have that in mind, have a plan of attack. How are you going to pay it back? And, and then feel comfortable with that. I also really feel that it's important to then find a credit union that you're comfortable with that will be able to lend you the money, start you off with a small business loan. We have at Northwest Federal Credit Union small business loans that we can start you off with. We also have SBA. We're a preferred lender from the SBA in terms of 7A, so we are for credit unions, so we were voted #1. And give yourself some time, allow yourself time, because sometimes people go to a bank or an institution or credit union, they don't have a time frame, and at credit unions, yeah, we're poised to be able to help because we have our underwriters in house. But there are the SBA loans that can actually take a lot of time because it's a government entity. You want to give yourself 6 to 8 weeks of time.
Okay, I was going to ask you that. So let's say I have my plan together. I've seen this all the way through, and I come see you, and I sit down in your office today. How quickly is it before I'm actually starting that business?
Well, it could once you get everything and all your ducks in a row, you've got your business plan, you've got everything set up. We can get you a small startup loan as quickly as 3 or 4 days.
Oh, wow.
We'll get you the account set up right away. We've got actually a group of personnel, myself, we've got a great team that are able to help out and get you situated. And the most important thing, too, is the service and actually that relationship. I've got an example of a small business owner that recently retired from the federal government. He did have a small business in the past, dealt with a big bank, to be unnamed, but he was not happy with the relationship and the fact that they didn't really care about his needs. So he started this new small business. He had a great plan, a great vision. I believed in him. He was wonderful, getting to know his past and what he did with the government, which was really, really cool. And, we established that relationship. So he texts me, he calls me, he emails me with needs and concerns, which, are the needs and concerns of everybody. And actually was able to secure, 3 contracts, and he was able to bring $1.5 million in deposits.
Wow.
And we're very excited about that. And he's brought his daughter over to refinance their car as well. So we're excited.
Well, that's great. I can tell you love what you do. And back to the beginning of our conversation, people helping people. That's what you guys are doing at Northwest Federal Credit Union. And we thank you so much for coming in on Let's Talk Live today.
I really appreciate that. Thank you.
All right, we'll have more of Let's Talk Live right after the break, so stay with us.